Imagine for a moment what your life would be like if every decision you made was guided by the certainty that you are good enough, no matter what others say or think. That is what solid self-esteem can offer you: confidence, tranquility, and a sense of direction in your life. Self-esteem is the foundation of how we see ourselves and how we interact with the world. Without it, we face constant insecurities, fear of rejection, and an overwhelming need for external approval. This can limit our potential, complicate our relationships, and steal the color from our lives. Fortunately, self-esteem is not fixed. It is a process that can be worked on and strengthened. This video is designed to help you understand what self-esteem is, why it is essential, and most importantly, how to build it in a solid and lasting way. You will learn practical steps that you can apply starting today to feel more confident and satisfied with yourself. On this journey, we will identify the problems that arise from weak self-esteem, the benefits of solid self-esteem, and the concrete steps to build it. If this message resonates with you and you want more content that inspires and helps you grow, subscribe to my channel. Your support makes it possible for us to keep growing together. So, if you're ready, let's get started. Before building solid self-esteem, it is essential to understand the consequences of living with weakened self-esteem. Often, fragile self-esteem does not manifest in obvious ways, but its effects are present in how we face life. For example, have you ever doubted yourself when making an important decision? Have you said yes when you really wanted to say no, out of fear of displeasing someone? These are clear symptoms of weak self-esteem. Those who face this problem tend to excessively depend on others' approval, feel that their achievements are never enough, or fear being rejected when expressing their true feelings. Another common effect is the fear of failure. People with low self-esteem often avoid new challenges, not because they lack skills, but because they fear making mistakes and reinforcing the narrative that they are not good enough. Additionally, this insecurity can lead to unbalanced relationships, where others' needs are prioritized over their own. The main problem is that these behaviors tend to become a vicious cycle. The more one seeks external validation or avoids risk, the more the idea that we are not capable or valuable is reinforced. However, it is important to remember that recognizing these patterns is the first step to transforming them. When you build strong self-esteem, everything begins to change, not just in how you perceive yourself, but also in how you relate to the world. Having strong self-esteem gives you the confidence to make important decisions without fear of others' judgment. You no longer feel the need to constantly seek external validation because you recognize your own worth. For example, someone with strong self-esteem can face constructive criticism without taking it as a personal attack. This not only strengthens their emotional resilience, but also improves their personal and professional relationships. Additionally, healthy self-esteem allows you to set clear boundaries, say no when necessary, and prioritize your well-being without feeling guilty. Another key benefit is the ability to face challenges with a positive attitude. A person with self-esteem focuses on learning from mistakes rather than getting stuck in self-criticism. This creates a ripple effect in all areas of life, from the confidence to pursue goals to enjoying more balanced and meaningful relationships. Recognize your intrinsic value. The first step to building solid self-esteem is to understand that your worth does not depend on your achievements or what others think of you. This may seem obvious, but often our actions are conditioned by the search for external validation. Think about this. Since you were born, you were already valuable. You didn't need to prove anything for someone to care for you, feed you, or look after you. That value is still there, even if you sometimes forget it. Recognizing this is essential to building authentic self-esteem. Take a moment to write down 3 qualities that make you unique and valuable. Do not think about achievements, but aspects of your character, such as your empathy, creativity, or determination. This simple exercise will help you reconnect with your essence. Identify and challenge negative thoughts. We all have an internal dialogue, but when it is full of self-criticism, it can weaken our self-esteem. It is important to learn to identify those negative thoughts and, even more, to challenge them. For example, if you think, "I never do anything right," stop and ask yourself, is this true? Are there any pieces of evidence that contradict it? Often, these ideas are exaggerations or distortions. Changing this pattern requires practice, but it is possible. Each time you detect a negative thought, write it down. Then, note a more balanced and realistic response. For example, replace "I am a failure" with "I am learning and that makes me grow." By doing this, you train your mind to focus on the positive. Set healthy boundaries. Having clear boundaries is a sign of respect for yourself. Often, low self-esteem leads us to say yes when we want to say no, out of fear of disappointing others. However, this habit erodes our self-esteem over time. Think about a recent situation where you felt uncomfortable accepting something. How could you have expressed a boundary respectfully? Practice phrases like, "I appreciate the invitation, but I can't this time." Each small no you say with respect reinforces your self-esteem. Cultivate self-compassion. Self-compassion involves treating yourself kindly, especially in difficult moments. Instead of blaming yourself for every mistake, remember that we are all human and we are all learning. Write a letter to yourself from the perspective of a friend who loves and supports you. What words would they say if they knew you were going through a tough time? Reading this letter during moments of self-criticism can be a powerful reminder that you deserve your own kindness. Celebrate small achievements. Often, we wait until we achieve big things to feel good about ourselves. But the key is to celebrate every small step. Recognizing your daily progress reinforces your self-confidence and motivates you to keep moving forward. Keep a gratitude and achievement journal. Each night, write down one thing you did well and one thing you feel grateful for. It can be as simple as finishing a pending task or taking a step towards a bigger goal. This habit will help you focus on the positive aspects of each day. As you begin to work on your self-esteem, it is natural to make some mistakes that, without realizing it, can hinder your progress. Identifying and avoiding them will help you stay on the right track. One of the most common mistakes is comparing yourself to others. We live in an era of social media where it is easy to fall into the trap of measuring our worth based on others' achievements or appearance. Remember that each person has their own pace and unique circumstances. Instead of comparing yourself, focus on your own progress. Another frequent mistake is seeking perfection instead of progress. Perfection is not only unattainable, but also creates frustration. Self-esteem is not about being perfect, but about learning and improving gradually. Finally, there's the belief that self-esteem depends exclusively on external factors, such as professional achievements, appearance, or relationships. While these areas can influence, true self-esteem comes from how you value yourself internally, regardless of external circumstances. To avoid these mistakes, practice self-acceptance and celebrate your progress, no matter how small. With patience and consistency, you'll be building genuine and lasting self-esteem. To consolidate everything we have learned, I propose a practical exercise that you can implement for a week. This simple but powerful habit will help you reinforce your self-esteem day by day. Each night, before sleeping, write down 2 things. Something you did well during the day. It can be something small, like completing a task, saying no when necessary, or even taking a break to take care of yourself. Something for which you feel grateful to yourself. This can include personal qualities, such as your patience, creativity, or determination. This exercise not only reinforces the habit of focusing on the positive, but also allows you to celebrate your achievements and recognize your intrinsic value. Over time, you will realize that these small reflections have a significant impact on your perception of yourself. The key is to be consistent. Dedicate only 5 minutes a day to this exercise and observe how your relationship with yourself changes. To consolidate everything we have learned, I propose a practical exercise that you can implement for a week. This simple but powerful habit will help you reinforce your self-esteem day by day. Each night, before sleeping, write down 2 things. Something you did well during the day. It can be something small, like completing a task, saying no when necessary, or even taking a break to take care of yourself. Something for which you feel grateful to yourself. This can include personal qualities, such as your patience, creativity, or determination. This exercise not only reinforces the habit of focusing on the positive, but also allows you to celebrate your achievements and recognize your intrinsic value. Over time, you will realize that these small reflections have a significant impact on your perception of yourself. The key is to be consistent. Dedicate only 5 minutes a day to this exercise and observe how your relationship with yourself changes. Strengthening your self-esteem is a journey, not a destination. Throughout this video, we have explored the problems that arise from weak self-esteem, the benefits of building strong self-esteem, and the practical steps you can take to transform yourself from within. Remember that you are not competing with anyone but yourself. Every small step you take is a victory. Trust in your ability to grow and face life with confidence and self-love. As a final reminder, I want to tell you this. You are enough just as you are, but you can be even better when you believe in yourself. If this video inspired you, tell me in the comments which step was most significant for you. See you in the next video.